okay, just full disclaimer, coming into his house, I had only watched 2 full seasons of Big Brother. And my strategy was very basic. It was pretty much try to play in the middle. I didn't want to be a huge competitive threat, but I didn't want to play a floater game. I wanted to really play kind of like a social game, and I wanted to be good with like every side of the house, um, and then like win the comps when I needed them. But that completely went out the door when week 1 I was public enemy number 1, and I had to compete for my life. And then as soon as I did that, I knew that people were viewing me as a competitive threat after how fast I finished Massive Cocktail. So there was no going back after that, and I just had to own up to it. And I knew that winning comps was going to have to be part of my strategy. No, I stand by this. I actually believe that one of the biggest misconceptions about Christian is that he was my shield. He was not my shield. He was only my shield against the Jokers, Big D, Ozza, and Brittany at the time. He didn't shield me against anyone else. Even okay, so let's think about Sarah Beth. If Christian and Sarah Beth were both in this game, was he my shield against Sarah Beth? No, Sarah Beth takes me out first over Christian. Okay, now let's think about the Queens. Was he my shield against the Queens? No, they would target him anyways. They never would target me. So he really did not shield me against anyone that I was concerned about. If he was just a threat, he was the person who would steal my HOHs. He was the person who would beat me in vetoes. So taking him out, I stand by that every day of the week. Now, when it comes to trusting Sarah Beth, that is a mistake. Should not have done that. Should have played the roulette wheel. I own up to that every day of the week. My number one, Hannah, Tiffany, Claire. I put them all up top tier. I say maybe Hannah over Tiffany and Claire. I think Tiffany and Claire are playing a broader game, whereas I do feel Hannah is like ride or die with me. I think Tiff and Claire are ride or die, but they might also be riding with other people at the same time. But I feel pretty confident that I was like with Hannah 100%. I think X may be running the house. He is playing such a great game, and I knew he was playing a great social game. I knew he was this guy could compete and win comps, but people just didn't see it because he had played the least number of comps next to maybe Big D in the house, if not the least. So when it comes to like a comp win rate, he was up there with me and Kylan. But the thing that really showed me how much of a threat he is in this game is when I was trying to campaign him the week that I was leaving, and when we were doing the chessboard exercise and I was painting a picture of what the house looked like without me, he had a rebuttal for every single scenario I threw at him. And that level of quick strategic thinking shows me that he's thought about the board before. And I think people think that he's unassuming, but he has a really great head for this game. I would love to see X actually follow me in a jury. I know it ruins my chances at a jury back, but right now I'm just rooting for Hannah, Tiff, or Claire to win this game. And with X in the house, I think that significantly lowers their chances. So I think hopefully one of them won this HOH and they can take the big move, which is taking out X instead of wasting it and taking out Sarah Beth, who is not as big of a competitive threat to them.